Good afternoon, football fans from Norman, Oklahoma, the home of the Oklahoma Sooners. It's here. It has arrived after the longest wait between two football games in the history of America. But now it has come on the scene. It's a finale. Well, this is it. This is the big one. And as somebody said, the countdown has begun, and in 15 minutes there'll be a shootout at the OK Corral. The tension, well, it's unbelievable. It's indescribable. There's no way to tell you how the cauldron is boiling at Norman, Oklahoma this afternoon. What a picture and what a setting for one of the greatest college football games of the century, no doubt about it. So much has been written, so much has been said, that it's just impossible to come up with anything new. Everything is just a repeat, a rehash, a warm-up of things that have already been said and done. It's a cloudy day here in Norman. It's 49 degrees. The sun was out briefly this morning, but now it's back under a heavy overcast and likely will not show itself again this afternoon, not even when Bob Devaney walks on the field, I fear. 49 degrees, the wind is out of the southwest at 16 miles an hour, and that wind will be a factor here today. It's out of the southwest, which is the open end of this stadium. This is a horseshoe, closed at the north, open at the south. Now, they have bleachers at the south end to our right, but those bleachers come up only about half as high as the outside of this stadium. That is the horseshoe portion of the stadium. So the wind will definitely be a factor coming in from this open end. Of course, there has been speculation that the wind will hurt Nebraska more than it will Oklahoma, because Nebraska depends so much on the passing arm of Jerry Tagge. And Oklahoma, on the other hand, is a running football team. The ball is teed up at the 40. Oklahoma kicking to Nebraska. This is it. This is for all the marbles. The football game that the world has been waiting for. The Super Bowl of college football. Here's the kick. A long end-over-end kick. Rodgers takes it 5 yards deep. He's coming out to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. He's to the 25 and hit down right around the 24-yard line. Nebraska on the first play from scrimmage at their own 25 has Rodgers in the slot to the right. The quarterback, Tagge, looks over a 6-man front for Oklahoma. And a quick flip out there to Rodgers, complete at the 33-yard line. Down he goes just as he caught it. And bring him down where Aycock and number 28, Kenny Pope, put the ball at the 33. And so on the first play from scrimmage, Tagge shows you that he will throw from anywhere at any time, as he picked up 8 big yards, and it comes up second down 2. The ball at the 33 of Nebraska on the hash mark, in from this, the west side. 49 degrees here at Oklahoma. Tagge has his men, 2 wide men out to the right. The ball goes to Kinney. Kinney stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Woody Cox, the split end on the left. Rodgers in the slot to the left. Quarterback Tagge looks at a 6-man front for Oklahoma. And the pitch out goes over there to Kinney. Kinney runs the outside close to the first down. All right, it's John Shelley deep to receive. Kicking into the wind is Jeff Hughes. And there's Hughes' punt. It's a high hanger in that strong wind. Shelley runs away, lets it bounce, and Nebraska touches the ball down at the Oklahoma 32. So now the vaunted Oklahoma Sooner offense goes on the attack, as Nebraska was unable to make a first down. The ball is at the 33 of Oklahoma, and we'll see now what Bob Devaney employs defensively against the vaunted wishbone tee, the scourge of the country at the moment, as it is run by Oklahoma. And now, flip-flopping are the cornerbacks for Nebraska, and the quarterback Mildren has them up there. To give us to Crosswhite, he got a couple. Crosswhite got a couple right over the right side. He was hit first by Larry Jacobson, and Glover was in on it for a piece.
While that front of Nebraska was a 4-2.
And I'll tell you, Crosswhite was limping back to the huddle there, too, Lyle. I think he was hit pretty hard right around the knees.
The ball at the 35 of Oklahoma. Second down 8, the Sooners. The ball on the hash mark in from the far side, the east sideline. Oklahoma comes over the ball. The quarterback, Mildren, takes the ball. He goes outside. He's hit and dropped after a yard. A good quick play by Bob Terrio, the linebacker, who met him at the line of scrimmage. Mildren was able to get just 1. So it comes up 3rd and 7. A big third down play for the Oklahoma Sooners. And going in is John Dutton, number 90. A huge defensive lineman for Nebraska, 6'7", 241. He goes in and Jansen out at right tackle. So the Sooners on 3rd and 7 in the wishbone. And the keep by Mildren. Mildren trying outside. He's hit and dropped at the 38-yard line. Got a couple, and that was all. A great play by Jimmy Branch, number 51. The ball is down at the 38, and Oklahoma will have to kick.
Lyle, on that 5-2-2-1 and then 1, the 2-2 are separated only about 8 or 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage aside from each other. The 4th down's a rarity for Oklahoma this year, I'll tell you.
Joe Wiley in to kick. Wiley stands at his own 24, waits for the snap. Rogers deep for Nebraska. Here's Wiley's kick. It's high. It holds up there. Rogers takes the ball at the 30. He's hit and got away. Back upfield to the 35, to the 40. He's to the 45. He's to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 20, to the 10. He's all the way home. Child did that. Put him in the aisles. Johnny the Jet Rogers just tore them loose from their shoes. David, how about that?
What a great block by Joe Blaha. There was one man that had an angle on Rogers on about the 20-yard line, and Blaha delivered the block to let Rogers go all the way.
David,
what excitement.
They're having to get oranges off of the field. I'll tell you, one other obstacle that Johnny ran into twice was the official. He had to outskirt him and feed him a hipper-dipper.
The try for the point. Taggy holds, Sanger kicks into the wind. The snap, the ball is down, the kick is up, and there's a flag. The kick was good, but a flag on the play. Here comes Sanger's boot, and it's quickly skidding down the field. Fumble down there. Wiley, then Pruitt takes it at the 3-yard line. He runs to his right. He's hit and dropped at the 15. Oklahoma with the football. 1st and 10. They're in split on the left. The quarterback, Wiley, fakes his handoff. He goes outside. He's hit and dropped after about 3. A big play by Jacobson, All-American left tackle. And I'll tell you, Johnny Rogers showed him why he was selected of All-American teams. Put that ball at the 18.5-yard line. And that's going to be 2nd down and about 6.5 yards to go. As quarterback, Jack Mildren got some yardage, about 3.5. 2nd down, 6.5. Split Harrison, number 12, on the left side. And Wiley gives over there to Pruitt. Pruitt breaks in, and he's finally dropped at the 35 on a great play by Johnny Adkins, the end. That was just a quick dive play going over the right side, caught Nebraska by surprise, and Pruitt got the 1st down to the 34.5-yard line. Adkins showed some very alertness and quickness as he came back and made the tackle from behind. Oklahoma 1st and 10 at their own 34.5. And Mildren gives on them up the middle to Crosswhite, who stacked up, and it was Glover who made that stack up. Oklahoma trailing 7-0 in this ball game with 5 minutes gone, and they give straight into the middle again to the 40-yard line. A big 3rd down play as Mildren takes the ball, keeps the ball. He goes outside and may have gotten the 1st down. I believe he did. In the wishbone, the give straight up the middle, and bam-o! Glover met Pruitt head on. All right, 2nd and 9. Mildren fakes his handoff. He goes outside. Jacobson got him. He overpowered Crosswhite and got him. Dropped him for about a yard.
Lyle, those linemen of Nebraska are just gobbling up the right side of that Oklahoma forward wall.
All right, it comes up 3rd down now and 8 yards to go. 3rd and 8, the ball on the hash mark. In from the far side of the field, and Jansen's going in at right tackle, number 55 for Nebraska. Coming out of there is Big John Dutton. Let's call it 3rd and actually about 9 yards to go. 3rd and 9. So here is a big 1st down for 3rd down play for Oklahoma. With 8 minutes left in the 1st quarter, Oklahoma trails 7-0. All right, the Sooners over the ball. Mildren fakes. He's going back there to throw. He's under a rush, and the man is clear. He got it, and he's down at the 22-yard line. It was John Harrison getting in behind Billy Cush, and the Sooners are at the 21 on a play, a 3rd and 9 that had pass written all over it. And a rush was on Mildren, but he still got it away.
That's exactly what Nebraska wanted to do, get Oklahoma on 3rd down and long yardage. And Mildren really pulled one out. I'll tell you one thing, and that's 3 3rd down plays that Oklahoma's been able to convert. And that is a bit terrifying right there. They've come up with a big play on this march.
That one was 32 yards. The Sooners in striking distance now at the Nebraska 21. Mildren gives his handoff straight into the middle to Crosswhite, and Crosswhite is wrapped up. 2nd and 8 Sooners. Split right end. Quarterback Mildren. fakes his handoff, keeps down the line. He's hit and dropped at about the 17-yard line. Split the right end, John Harrison. The wishbone tee, the quarterback Mildren, gives his handoff straight into the middle, and Crosswhite is flipped over at about the 13-yard line, and it was Terrio and Branch who in there on the action. See where they spot it. Yes, the 13. Short of a first down by 2. It's 4th down and 2. Oklahoma on a 4th and 2 are huddling back around the 20, and in come 2 football players, one of those John Carroll. So with the wind at their back, Oklahoma is going to be forced to go for the field goal, apparently. But don't look for anything to be just normal in this football game. There could be surprises. The ball down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Ready to go, John Carroll to kick off for Oklahoma. Still kicking with that wind. 5:57 left in this first quarter of the ball game. Rogers and Kinney are deep for Nebraska, and here's Carroll's kick. It's an end-over-ender. Jeff Kinney fields the ball at the 4, drops it, picks it up. He comes back up to the 10. He's to the 20, to the 23, to the 25, and down he goes at the 25-yard line. In motion goes Kinney to the right. Taggy dropping straight back. He wants to throw. He's under a rush, and he's going to be thrown down, but he got a couple of yards back before they threw him down. He got to the 18-yard line. And the Sooner defense, which Bob Devaney said has been badly underrated all year, saw some real action from Lucius Selman, a fiery sophomore on the left side. Also with him was Sugar Bear Ray Hamilton on the left end position. The ball is a loss back to the 18-yard line, and that one really hurt, as it was a 6-yard loss to bring up second and long yardage, 16 yards. In the I formation, Jeff Kinney in the top of the I, Rogers in the slot to the right. Hagee gives it on the reverse to Rogers. He's flying outside, can't get it. He's hit down at the line of scrimmage. A great play over there by Steve O'Shaughnessy, the right cornerback, number 18. So Nebraska's offense has not been able to get on track against this Oklahoma defense. And Bob Devaney pointed out that Nebraska was going to have to put a lot of points on the board, and the offense was going to have to come of age in order to get the job done here this afternoon. All right, it brings up 3rd down, 16 yards. And, of course, Nebraska in a position, if they have to punt again, to kick into that wind. All right, it's Taggy giving on the draw to Billy Olds. Olds breaking over the right side, got a little yardage. He's being hit down at about the 24-yard line. Jeff Hughes stands at the Nebraska 11, gets his snap from center, a good snap. His kick is away, but he was rushed at the last minute by Aycock. The ball bounds at the 48, takes a bad bounce back to the 45. The Sooners come over the ball. They split their end. Harrison on the right side. In the wishbone tee, the quarterback Mildren takes the ball. He turns, he keeps, he's going to throw again. He fires a long one. It's down there for Chandler, overthrown. 2 men wide to the right. And to give this time is to Wiley nowhere. Stopped right there at the line by Rich Glover, who's having himself a day. The quarterback Mildren fakes. He's going back there to throw. He's got time to throw, and the pass overthrown again. Joe Wiley is back to punt for Oklahoma at the Sooner 41. Johnny Rogers stands just quietly at the 10-yard line. It's a high floating kick. Rogers takes the ball at the 11-yard line. He's to the 15, to the 18, and down he goes at about the 18-yard line. Bob Devaney, you know, gives Johnny his choice. He can field it or not field it. He leaves it entirely up to him. And why not? Greg Pruitt made the stop for Oklahoma. The ball on the 18.5-yard line of Nebraska, and the Cornhuskers in this entire first quarter have had no field position whatsoever. They have started from deep in their own territory, both or all 3 times. This is the 3rd time. The ball goes to Kinney. Kinney is hit at the 20 and got only about 1.5 yards. 2nd down 8, Nebraska with the ball. Taggy rolling out of there to the left. He wants to throw. He's got Woody Cox on the sideline, and it's... is it complete, or was he out of bounds? No good. It was incomplete. All right, Oklahoma shifting their defense around. Taggy has Nebraska in the spread. He takes the ball, rolls out of there. He fakes the draw to Olds. He throws out there on a little screen to Kinney. Kinney is to the 24. There's a flag to the 25 and hit down at the 25. Hold on, a flag on the play. There's the kick, and a good one by Hughes into this wind. Shelley fields the ball, and he's hit immediately as he caught it at the 32-yard line. Johnny Rogers, first man to hit him. All right, the Sooners at their own 31.5. They're in the wishbone, split right end. And to give to Wiley into the line for about 3 or 4. Across the 35, over around the 36. And in on that tackle were Glover and the linebacker Willie Harper was in on it, number 81. He got a piece of that. Put that ball at the 36-yard line. Give Joe Wiley 4 yards. Brings up second down and about 6 to go. Second down and let's call it 5 to go. The ball just outside the 36 of Oklahoma. And the give straight into the middle. Stopped dead is Tim Welch, who's in there at fullback. Split the right end. And the give straight into the middle goes to Welch. And Welch got the first down, I believe. Welch, number 45, got the first down, and Glover again makes the stop. But the Sooners are the only ones with a first down in this football game. How about that, sports fans? 1:03 left first quarter. Oklahoma at their own 43.
I'm being redundant, but that's about the 6th third down play that Oklahoma has converted. And that's usually a key.
First and 10, Oklahoma at the Oklahoma 43. And Mildren on the keeper tries the side. He's hit and dropped by Glover and somebody else. At 22 seconds left first quarter. Mildren gives his time to Pruitt. Pruitt is hit and snowed under, and a fumble. And going down the sideline is Anderson with the football. There's a flag. Anderson is going all the way, but a flag. The play is called back. Nebraska in the spread. Men wide on both sides. Quarterback Taggy looks at a 4-man front. Almost a 6-man front now. And the give is to Billy Olds over the right side. Olds to the 50 to the 48-yard line of Oklahoma. For the first time offensively, Nebraska in Sooner territory. At the Okie 48-yard line, and the clock is running out at the end of this first period. It'll come up second down and 4 at the start of the second period with the ball at the 48 of Oklahoma. And there it is, the end of the first quarter, Nebraska 7, Oklahoma 3. So the Cornhuskers on second and 4 at the 48 of Oklahoma open this second quarter in a slot eye with Rogers in the slot to the left. Kinney in the top of the eye. Taggy slides down the line. He keeps the ball, goes across the 45 to the 44, and then is thrown back. All right, Nebraska, 3rd and inches, and Taggy on the keeper, got the inches and a few more, and puts the ball at about the 42 or 3. Let's see when they peel him out of there. As Dave pointed out, Nebraska for the first time running in tearaway jerseys. Frosty Anderson in at split end for Nebraska. The ball at the 43 of Oklahoma, where it'll be the Cornhuskers' first down and 10 to go.
Lyle, Larry Rhodes, strong safety, really shot in on Jerry that time. Gave him a clobber right on the head. It was a fair blow right on the shoulder against the head.
First and 10, Nebraska over the ball at the Sooner 43. A little to the left, the center of the field. Nebraska in the spread. Taggy, the quarterback, looks over a 4-man Sooner front. Takes the ball, drops straight back to throw. He's got good protection. He's throwing long, and it's overthrown, incomplete. He tried to hit Rogers. It'll be second down 10. The ball at the 43 of the Oklahoma Sooners. Nebraska with a slot back to the right. That's Johnny Rogers. The Huskers in the eye. 4-man front, a 4-4 defense. And the fake handoff to Johnny Rogers. And a pitch out to Kinney. Kinney trying the right side and out of bounds. Good defense by Oklahoma as they run him out at the 37-yard line. Oklahoma covering that one well. And there was good faking. Taggy faked off to Rogers on that inside handoff. Kept the ball. He rolled to his right and then pitched off to trailing back Jeff Kinney, the I-back. Just at the last second, the ball at the Sooner 37-yard line. And here's a big third down to convert for Nebraska. Third down and 3.5. The ball hash mark, 18 in from the east side. The Huskers in their spread. Quarterback Taggy looks at the 4-man Sooner front. He calls his starting count. He gives the ball to Olds. Olds over that side. He's got the first down to about the 30. The ball at the 31. They shoved Olds back to the 33, but his forward progress to the 31 of the Sooners. First down, Nebraska. Slot eye to the right is Johnny Rogers. The Huskers in the eye. Kinney in the top of the eye. And the faked handoff by Taggy. He's going to throw over the middle, complete to Rogers. He's hit down at the 17-yard line. A great play by Taggy as he faked his handoff on that play action and hit you-know-who, Johnny the Jet, right at the 19-yard line. That was his forward progress, and Roach and Driscoll combined for the stop. It's first down at the Sooner 19.
He had another man open in about the same vicinity. I think it was Bill Olds. So there were 2 men quite wide open, but he went to Rogers, and it's a first down.
Taggy's tearaway jersey is shredding. The ball at the 19 of the Sooners. 18 in from the far side. Huskers slot eye in the left. Slot is Rogers. Split left end is Woody Cox. Taggy runs the keeper across the 15 to about the 14-yard line. And Taggy starting to get running room, and a good block by Darrell White, his left tackle. Put the ball at the 14-yard line of Oklahoma. Nice pickup of 5 by Big Jerry Taggy, number 14, who is in shreds right now. The ball squarely between the sideline stripes. 2nd and 5 coming up. Straight out from the uprights at the 14-yard line. The score 7-3. Nebraska over Oklahoma. Second quarter, 12 minutes, 45 seconds left second quarter. Nebraska in a slot eye to the left. And to give to Kinney. Kinney, the I-back, driving into that pile to the 12-yard line. Stacked up at the 12, short of a first down by about 3 yards. The Huskers need another big third down play. It's straight out from the uprights at the Sooner 12. Taggy has them up over the ball in the eye. Slot back to the left is Rogers, split left end. The fake handoff over there, and Taggy on the keeper runs the ball into the middle of the 5-yard line. First down, goal to go. Albert Qualls finally got the stop on Taggy. The big guy from Green Bay, Wisconsin, ran it up to the 5 where it's first down, goal to go. The ball 20 yards inbounds from the east side of this playing field. Nebraska with the wind in the second quarter, leading 7-3. Slap back left is Rogers. The Huskers in the eye. Taggy calls his starting count. Oklahoma bunching them up in the line. The give is to Kinney. Kinney goes all the way to about the 1-yard line. He went over Dumler, Rupert, and White on that left side. They cleaned him out of there as he went right down to the 1. He got 4 of the 5, and now he's got 1 more to go. It's second down, 1 to go for the touchdown. The Huskers getting field position the first time in this ball game have marched like the offense they have been all year. Prior to that, Oklahoma kept them in a hole. Now, it's second down and 1 to go for the touchdown. In the eye, the ball to Kinney. Kinney dives over, touchdown. Nebraska's Jeff Kinney diving over the pile, got the TD, and the score is 13-3. The try for the point, Sanger will kick, Taggy will hold. That's the routine. Taggy losing his jersey. What a game this guy is playing in this first half of the ball game for Nebraska. Waiting for the snap from the center. There's the snap. The ball is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and the score is 14-3. Nebraska over the Oklahoma Sooners. Sanger will kick off. Deep are Wiley and Pruitt. Wiley on the left side, Pruitt at the right side. They're both just a step inside the goal line. Here comes Sanger for Nebraska, and there's his kick. A nice long kick with that wind. Pruitt fumbles the ball in the end zone. It goes through the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So the Sooners with a wishbone, 1st and 10 at their own 20. The right end split. That's Harrison. And Wiley, or the quarterback, pitches out. And Pruitt is hit behind the line and dropped as he got back to the line of scrimmage. The give is to Crosswhite. Crosswhite in there, caught him. He's to the 45, and down he goes at the 45. Crosswhite, for the first time, Nebraska was faked in the middle, and Blahak made the stop, but not until Crosswhite had gotten to the 44-yard line. Quarterback, Mildren, fakes, keeps, he goes outside, and Mildren's hit and dropped by 3 men. Sooners at the middle of the field now split the right end. Mildren gives to Crosswhite into the middle, stopped dead at the line of scrimmage. 9:20 left to play in this first half. 14-3, Nebraska leads. Sooners over the ball with a split left end, and Mildren fakes, keeps. He goes outside on the keeper, and he got the first down to the 44-yard line. Oklahoma with the ball. The magician Jack Mildren running that wishbone tee. Split the right end, and that is John Harrison, number 12. Quarterback Mildren takes the ball. He gives off to Crosswhite, and Crosswhite got about 4 or 5. Second down, 5. Sooners over the ball. In the wishbone, split left end is Harrison. Quarterback Mildren gives off this time to Pruitt. Pruitt is gobbled up. Split the right end, Harrison for Oklahoma. The Sooners, 3rd and 3. Mildren runs the keeper. Mildren got by. He's outside to the 25, and he's being gobbled up at the 25. Mildren got by the right tackle of Nebraska and went outside and got some yardage to the 25-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 to go down in Nebraska territory deep now as the Sooners started back at their own 20 and have moved this ball in great form down to the Nebraska 25 for first down and 10 to go. 14-3, that's the score. Nebraska leading it in this second period. But Oklahoma is starting to really threaten again. 7:23 left to play in this first half. Oklahoma comes over the ball, and they send Harrison, their right end, split to the right. In that wishbone tee, Mildren keeps, goes back into the middle, and he's being hit and wrapped up at about a first down at the 15-yard line. All right, the Sooners at the 15, and Nebraska have it first down and 10. Mildren gives his handoff straight ahead to Crosswhite for about 4. A big 2nd and 6. Oklahoma over the ball, split the right end. Quarterback Mildren takes the ball. He gives to Crosswhite straight into the middle, close to the first down, right around the 5-yard line. Crosswhite getting to about the 5. Jimmy Branch getting credit for the stop. And again, they're going to have to measure. And no, they're not. It's first down, Oklahoma. The ball at the 5. And into the ball game go Jansen and Terrio. Dutton and Morrell will come out for Nebraska. Morrell, the linebacker. No, Branch is coming out. Terrio going in for Branch and Dutton in there for some more strength. First down and 5 to go for the touchdown. The Sooner machine is moving. They're in the wishbone, split the right end. They trail 14-3. And Mildren on the keeper runs outside. He broke a tackle. Then he's hit and dropped at about the 3-yard line. And there's a fumble on the ball. No, they say the ball was dead. They say the ball was dead, and Oklahoma keeps it. That was at the 3-yard line, just inside the 3-yard line. Bill Cush is over doing a little arguing and protesting with one of the officials. The ball is actually closer to the 2-yard line.
Lawler's Bob Devaney protesting, too. We go back again to when are you stopped? I'll tell you what, in this ball game, someone's going to really get the nose in the dirt if they do that.
All right, it's 2nd down, about 2.5 to go for the touchdown. Oklahoma's over the ball, and Mildren running the keeper outside. He got a block. Touchdown. So immediately, Oklahoma back in the ball game in a big way as they marched 80 yards on a beautiful drive and have gone on the board. They lead, they trail Nebraska now 14-9, 5:10 left to play in this second quarter. And Oklahoma trying the extra point. Carroll will hold Mildren holds Carroll, kicks, the ball's up and good. And the score is 14-10. Oklahoma kicking into the wind. They want to kick a flat one. They don't want it to hang up there. And it goes skidding, picked up by Jamail. Jamail grabbed it quickly at the 45 and got to the 47. 5 minutes left to play first half. Nebraska leading 14-10. The Huskers are over the ball at their own 47. They're in their spread formation. Jerry Taggy calling his starting count, dropping straight back to throw. He throws outside, and it's caught and dropped over there by Rogers on the sideline. So the Huskers are over the football in their spread on a 2nd and 10. Jerry Taggy has them up there, looks at a 4-man Sooner front. He gives it on the handoff in there to his fullback, Damkoger, to the 45, to the 43, and out of bounds he goes, close to the first down. 1st and 10, Nebraska at the Oklahoma 43. Just inside the 43, slap back left, Johnny Rogers. Kinney in the top of the eye, and the fake is to Kinney. Rogers is going back there. He's going to throw. He's throwing long to Woody Cox, and Woody Cox was knocked down by number 26, Roach, and the crowd is booing. The two players ran together. There is no interference being called. The two players ran together, and it will go as an incompleted forward pass. And Bob Devaney dragged that one out. They have not used that one all year. Johnny Rogers throwing the forward pass, and it was a beautifully thrown ball. But Woody Cox was being well covered back there by Roach of Oklahoma. So it brings up 2nd and 10. Cox is split on the right. Rogers in the slot to the right. The Huskers in the eye. Quarterback Taggy calls his starting count, looks at a 4-man front. He gives off to Kinney. Kinney trying the left side, got across the 40 to about the 39-yard line. Split the right end. They're in their spread formation. Quarterback Taggy looks at the Sooner defense. Sooners looking for the pass, of course. And there it is over the middle, out of the hands of Jeff Kinney, believe it or not, or Jerry List, one of the two. Jerry List. All right, here it is. The ball will be spotted at the 46-yard line. It'll be a 56-yard attempt with the wind. The snap, the ball is down. There's the kick. It's way short, but into the end zone, through the end zone, it'll come out to the 20. And the Sooners split their right end again. In the wishbone tee, they have Welch at fullback in the wishbone. They give us to Pruitt, and Pruitt gets a couple and no more. They split the end. Harrison on the left side. 2nd and 8, Oklahoma. And Mildren runs the keeper, runs outside the tackle. He's groveled up at about the 26 by Rich Glover. Glover trailing that play beautifully. Cut down Mildren at the 26. But how that Mildren can move on that option play. It'll come up third down 4 for the Oklahoma Sooners at the Oklahoma 26.
Larry Jacobson was able to penetrate on that play, and he slowed down Mildred enough that Glover was able to, with his usual good lateral pursuit, come on over and make the play.
We've had one fumble in this football game, and that was a turnover to Nebraska. Nebraska scored as a result of it. The ball is at the 26. Mildred fakes his handoff. He keeps. He goes outside. He got a block. He's being chased. He's being dragged down by Blahak at the 38-yard line. A beautiful play as Mildred got a block on the tackle and came outside again, as he has been able to do. And they have had their best success running outside the tackle on the right side of the Nebraska line. Put that ball at the 38 of first down Oklahoma. The clock shows 2:46 left in the half. Oklahoma 10, Nebraska 14. The Sooners moving. Let's call it the 39 of Oklahoma, first and 10. They're in the wishbone with Harrison, the end, split on the right side. Quarterback Mildred fakes, keeps. He goes outside the tackle this time, and he's hit and wrapped up by Glover at the 42. So Oklahoma on a second down 7, breaks the huddle, comes over the ball. Again, they split Harrison, the end on the right side. Quarterback Mildred calls his count. He fakes, he keeps, he's going back there to throw. He fires long downfield, and it's complete to Chandler at the 35-yard line as he got him behind Joe Blahak. All right, they split their right end, and that's Harrison, number 12. And Mildred gives this time to his fullback up the middle, fumble on the ball, and Nebraska comes up with the football. Rich Glover was the man who brought that one on, put that ball down at the 27-yard line. The Huskers take it over again. And there again is the second lost fumble for Oklahoma. Nebraska gets the football with 1:39 left to play in this first half. They lead 14-10. The Huskers break the huddle. They're in their spread. The quarterback, Jerry Taggy, looks at that Sooner defense. He's dropping straight back to throw. He has lots of time. He's going to run. He couldn't find anybody to throw to. He's hit down at the line of scrimmage. Nebraska second and 10.5 on the spread. The draw goes to Dan Kroger over the left side. He's running to the 35 and hit out of bounds at the 36. He was running for that sideline very smartly to stop that clock at 1:22 left in the half. The broadcast comes to you from KFAB at Omaha, and Nebraska needs about 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2. The ball just across, just outside the 35-yard line of the Cornhuskers. And it's on the hash mark in from the west side of the playing field. Huskers huddling at their own 25. Jerry Taggy, their quarterback, gives them the play. They come out of there and up over the ball on a 3rd and 2. They're in the slot back to the right with Johnny Rogers there. Taggy runs out, pitches off to Kinney. Kinney turns back upfield and is down at about the 36 or 7. Oklahoma with a lot of people up on that line. They'd like to block this one. Hughes gets his snap from center. His kick is away with that wind. A high, booming kick. Wiley fields the ball at the 15-yard line. He's hit and knocked down at the 22. And the man who got him was number 77, Dick Rupert. Joe Wiley took the punt, and Rupert knocked him down at the 22 of Oklahoma. So the Sooners, with 51 seconds left of the half, have the football again. They are huddling back at the 15, starting from their own 22 on a first down and 10. Sellout crowd of over 61,000 here today. It is Horseshoe Stadium at Norman. 14-10 is the score. Nebraska leads it. Oklahoma with a split right end. The keeper is being run by the quarterback, and he is being hit by at the 26-yard line and thrown back. 33 seconds left in this half. Oklahoma 2nd and 6. And Mildred takes that ball, gives that ball to Wiley over the left side. Wiley's hit down, but he got the first down and 10. 1st and 10, Oklahoma. Mildred fakes the handoff. He's going to throw. He's firing long downfield. And Harrison ran under the ball, and he was hit down immediately by Cush at the 24-yard line. The clock has stopped. 15 seconds left to play. That ball hung up there in the air in the wind. Bill Cush was back there, had the receiver Harrison well covered, but the ball fell short. And Harrison ran out of the ball. 12 seconds left to play, 11 seconds. Mildred back there to throw again. He gets his pass away. Harrison, touchdown. unbelievable performance as Mildren took the ball away with 2 passes. 5 seconds left. The try for the point. The ball is down. The kick is up, and it's good. And Oklahoma has scored their first touchdown of the day and gone ahead in this ball game for the first time, 17-14. But I tell you, you will never see 2 better plays move a team faster down the field than those 2 throws from Mildren. The first one to his right end Harrison on the right side, and the next one to his right end Harrison, who had switched over to the left side. And Harrison just plain got both of them, and he was in behind one Nebraska man going into the end zone. I believe it was Cush or Mason, one of the 2. And anyway, Oklahoma goes in front 17-14. Spectacular football. Unbelievable as they took the ball with only 33 seconds left and managed to move it all the way down that field. The flat kickoff, and there it goes. The ball was touched down by Nebraska at the 50-yard line. The flat kick, the ball went just across the 50. Hagee fakes his handoff. He's going to throw long. He's firing long, downfield, incomplete. The pass is incomplete. The clock runs out the end of the first half. Oklahoma 17 and Nebraska 14.
14 first downs, Oklahoma, 5 Nebraska, 73 rushing for Nebraska, 170 yards we have rushing for Oklahoma. And you must remember that Oklahoma, being the #1 total offense and rushing team in the country, Nebraska on total defense. In passing yardage, the Huskers 2 out of 7 for 20, and Oklahoma 4 out of 6 for 124 yards.
Oklahoma takes the wind again. So here comes Carroll to kick for Oklahoma, and it's a sailor clear through the end zone with that wind. Nebraska starts at their 20, first down and 10 to go. Now we will see if the Nebraska Cornhusker offense is able to do anything with his Sooner defense that stacks up in there to stop the run with almost a 6-man front and 1 linebacker up in there tight. And Kinney breaks over the left side. He's to the turf, 35, the 40, the 42. Down he goes at the 42-yard line. The Cornhuskers are in the spread on a 1st and 10. And quarterback Jerry Hagee has Rogers wide to the right. Hagee rolling out of there, looking for somebody to throw to. He's going to run the ball. He's hit down at the 41-yard line. All right, slot back left is Rogers. They're in the eye. And they gave us to Kinney running over the right side. He's to the 50, across midfield, just a shade to almost the 49-yard line of Oklahoma. See where they spot it down, the 49.5. Short of the first down by a couple of yards. And I think Bob Devaney had a few words with his offensive unit, which was not firing out in the first half, and were being beaten in the middle by Oklahoma. But now it's 3rd down and 2. They've got to convert a 3rd down play themselves now. They trail 17-14 in the eye with the slot to the left, and a man jumped offside on the left side of the line, and that was Rupert. 3rd and 8. Hagee has them up there, ready to play ball again. Oklahoma leading 17-14. Slot back left is Rogers. Nebraska in the eye, Kinney in the top of the eye. And it's Hagee back there to throw. Looks for a receiver. Can't find one. Hit down at the 37-yard line. And again, it was the Oklahoma defense. And it was Lucius Selman in on the play. Along with him was Bruce Deloney. Put the ball down at the 38. And Oklahoma defense again has been the answer. Nebraska will have to kick the ball away. 12:50 left to play in this 3rd quarter. Their ability to control the ball has not been evident today as they trail 17-14. But a lot of playing time remains as Hughes is back to kick into that strong wind. It's a short kick. Takes a good Nebraska bounce down to the 30, to the 29, to the 28, and it's being touched right around the 29-yard line. All right, the Sooners on the attack now, leading 17-14. Split left in, and the handoff goes to Pruitt into the middle for a couple of yards or so. Oklahoma breaks the huddle with their split end. Harrison, John Harrison, number 12 on the left side this time, in that wishbone. And the give is to the fullback into the middle. Glover's got him at the 35-yard line to pick up of a couple. The fullback, Crosswhite, straight into the middle, then curls to the right. And Glover rode him down at the 35-yard line, short of the first down by about 3.5 yards for Oklahoma. a third down play, and these are the ones they converted all through the first half of the ball game as they dominated the first half play, and they lead 17-14. Split left in. On the keeper, Mildren goes for the first down across the 40 to the 42. And it's interesting to note that every time they have converted a third down, Mildren has kept the football. Through the entire first half, he was converting on every third down play, and he just pulled it again. A great quarterback. First down 10. The ball at the 42-yard line of Oklahoma on the hash mark in from the east sideline. They are the ones exhibiting the ball control. First and 10, and Mildren fakes, keeps. He runs to his left, back up the center. He lost the football. Nebraska got it at the 47-yard line. Getting the ball was Mason, number 25. All right, the Huskers over the ball. Their own 47, first and 10. Hagee has a split left end. Slot back to the left is Rogers. The ball goes to Kinney. Kinney running beautifully to the 47-yard line. Boy, how that kid from McCook is running the football in this second half. He's running tough in this third quarter, believe me. 10:50 left to play in the third quarter. Nebraska trailing 17-14. And the ball spotted just inside the Oklahoma 47. It's second down and about 4.5 coming up as Nebraska goes over the football. The ball a little bit to right of the center of the field. Slot back right is Rogers. Split right end is Cox. Nebraska in the eye, and the ball goes to Kinney trying outside. He goes close to the first down, to about the 42, getting a great block by Billy Olds, number 44. And let's see, it's a first down at 10. The ball spotted at the 42 of the Oklahoma Sooners. So the Huskers now, with 10.5 minutes left in this third period, have that ball on the attack, and they break the huddle led by their fine center, Doug Dumler. They have a slot back left, Johnny Rogers. Split left end is Woody Cox. Oklahoma loading up there with about 6 men on that front line. A keeper by Taggy. He runs into the line across the 40 to the 39. Cox splits left, Rogers or right, and Rogers left in that spread formation. On a 2nd and 7, Taggy calls his starting count. 4-man front for Oklahoma. And he gives to Billy Olds. Billy Olds runs to about the 35-yard line. And it'll be short of the first down by about 3 to 4 yards. Olds just on a quick slant over the left side. Got a shade short of the 35-yard line. Let's call it 3rd and 3. Deloney made the stop on Billy Olds. The ball a little bit to the left, the center of the field. 9:17 left, third quarter. Oklahoma leads in this game 17-14. Nebraska's over the ball in their spread. Oklahoma loading that line up a little bit right now. On this third down play, they want to shut it off if they can. Taggy faked the pitch. He kept. He's to the 20. He's to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. He's thrown out of bounds at the 3-yard line. That time it was the Nebraska quarterback's time. He faked the left end, Hamilton, on that pitch out, kept it, and set sail. Hagee, not known as a speedball runner, was going down that sideline for home, but he just didn't quite get it. He put it at the 3, where it's first down and goal to go Nebraska. They trail 17-14, but how they won on that board. Oklahoma stacks up that line as Kinney barrels in there, touchdown. Nebraska 53 yards after another Oklahoma fumble. And the Huskers go ahead 20-17. What a spectacle this is. Sanger to kick. Hagee to hold. Waiting for the snap. The ball is down. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the score is 21-17. So with 8:54 left in this third period, it's Nebraska leading 21-7. And here is that flat kick of Sanger's hanging in the air. It's fielded short by Crosswhite. Crosswhite is hit and dropped at the 27. Now at their own 27.5-yard line, Mildren gives to his fullback into the line, Crosswhite for about 3. Oklahoma splits the end. Harrison on the right side. They're in the wishbone, and the quarterback gives straight ahead to the right halfback and little yardage. A couple of yards as Pruitt was hit by Adkins on the left side of that line. The ball is spotted at the 34. They give him 2, and it'll bring up third down and 4 And now let's see if Mildren keeps it again on a third down. According to our figures, he has kept it every time and converted the third down plays. What'll it be this trip? The ball at the 34 of Oklahoma. Third down 4. Split the right end, Harrison. And Mildren fakes, keeps. He's got the ball. He's being hemmed in. He's being thrown by Willie Harper. Back at the 19-yard line.
Hello, hello.
Who was with Willie on that rush back there, David?
I was so amazed at Willie's job, Lyle, I didn't see the other man.
Mr. John Atkins.
Is it Atkins from the other side?
Mr. Atkins.
Ball is spotted at the 22. A big loss for Oklahoma. Brings up 4th down and 15. Oklahoma will have to kick, and Dick Herman is having to spot for Blackwell again.
No, it's not that.
This is reminiscent of Kansas State 2 years ago, Davey. All right. Back there to kick is Wiley at the 8-yard line. His kick is away with that wind. That's a high, booming kick. Rogers takes the ball, hit immediately. Boy, he was gambling there. And now let's see if they can maintain that offensive charge, which was lacking in the first half, but has been evident in this third quarter. And the give is to the fullback. Straight into the middle goes Dan Kroger for about 5. All right, second down, about 4.5. The ball at the 44-yard line of Nebraska. The Huskers with the football. The ball goes to Kinney, who tears his way into that line almost to the first down, just to about the 49-yard line. And I have never seen Kinney run tougher, Dave. The Huskers break the huddle and come over the ball. Woody Cox wide to the right. Rogers in the slot to the right. Kinney in the top of the eye. The fullback is Dan Kroger. And the ball goes over there to Kinney. Kinney running the left side. Breaks through to the 45, the 40. Down to the 37-yard line. Kinney running the left side. Got a block. And somebody grabbed him, but the jersey gave way. And he got by around the corner to the 36-yard line of Oklahoma.
Lyle, I think his professional bonus just went up $40,000 this half so far. Great performance.
Oh, that kid from McCook is a tough one.
Tremendous.
Put the ball at the 36-yard line of Oklahoma. First down, 10 to go. The Huskers lead in this game 21-17. 5:50 left, third quarter. Slot back right is Rogers. Kinney in the top of the eye. Taggy calls his count, slides down the line. He got a block. He wants to throw. He's got Rogers at the 20 to the 15 and out of bounds. Steve Aycock finally made the stop on Rogers, and the little guy almost broke it all the way. Johnny the Jet took that pass and knocked out of bounds at the 16 of Oklahoma.
Taggy took a play out of Mildren's book as he started sliding down the right side of the line as if he was going to have an option. And then he stopped back quickly and hit Rogers, who was crossing over.
Nebraska sends 2 wide receivers left. Woody Cox and Johnny the Jet. Nebraska in the eye. Kinney in the top of the eye. Taggy calls his count at the line of scrimmage, a long count. He takes the ball. He gives to Kinney into the line. Nowhere at all. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Slot eye to the left is Rogers. Nebraska is in the eye. Kinney in that top of the eye. Haggy rolling to his left, wants a receiver. He's going to run up the middle. He's to the 10-yard line. Haggy saw the middle break open. He went for it and got 5 big yards. They're straight in front of those uprights. Mark Driscoll got credit for the stop. On the end of the game is Frosty Anderson, number 88-9 at split end, and Cox goes out on the left side at the split end spot. It'll be 3rd and 5, Nebraska, straight in front of the goalposts. The ball just a freckle outside the 10 of Oklahoma. Nebraska's in their spread. Oklahoma probably looking for the pass right here as Taggy rolls to his left, looks for his receiver, got Rogers. He's knocked out of bounds at the half-yard line. Oh, that Johnny Rogers, mama, ain't he something? He took that pass from the hands of the great one, Jerry Taggy, and puts it on the half-yard line. And I wonder what all the pros are thinking about as they look at this big kid from Green Bay. And he's had one drop today. Put the ball a half-yard from that end zone, and 4 shots at it coming up. 21-17, Nebraska leading with 4:20 left on that clock. Split the left end, Frosty Anderson. Slot back left is Rogers. Kinney in the top of the eye, and Taggy goes trying to get that half a yard. Maybe he didn't get it. But he's got a touchdown coming. The ball is going to be a shade short of that end zone as the Sooners were submarining under there. That ball is not much more than a foot away, and 3 cracks to go at it. 4 minutes left in this third quarter, and the score 21-17. Nebraska 3 downs to go, about a foot or two. And they come over the football in the eye. Rogers in the slot to the left. Taggy calls his starting count at that line of scrimmage. He gives the ball to Kenny. Kenny in. Touchdown. Yards, and the Cornhuskers go in front 27-17. How about that? What a game this is. I can't read it, Jack. I've got my wrong glasses on, buddy. I'm an old man. 3:38. Here's the try for the point. The ball is up. Sanger's kick is good, and the score is 28-17. Here comes Sanger with his kickoff. And it's a high, wobbling kick into that wind. It's being handled at the 4-0. He's hit immediately at the 26-yard line. They send Harrison wide to the left. They're in the wishbone, and the keep by quarterback Mildren, and Glover's got him at the 32.5-yard line. Oklahoma, with the wind at their back, sends Harrison wide left in the wishbone. Mildren gives to his fullback into the middle, and Glover got him down. Richie Glover, from Jersey City, New Jersey.
East Jersey.
East Orange, New Jersey. Took him at the 32.5-yard line. And it's going to be a big third downer. And will Jack Mildren keep it? That is the question before the house. David, it'll be third down, and let's call it 4.5.
A couple of weeks ago, Bud Wilkinson, we were talking to him with Mr. Ninus, and he said a key is going to be how Braheny handles Glover. Glover has been magnificent all afternoon.
All right, it's Oklahoma over the ball. They're in the wishbone, and Mildren on the keep. They try the reverse, and Harrison's going to throw. The man is open, and he broke the tackle. He's being chased and dropped clear down at the 18-yard line. That pass complete to Albert Chandler, and it was looked like an end around to Harrison, but Harrison threw off that end around. And the ball is spotted at the 16-yard line, and Jimmy Anderson saved the day. That 51-yard play put the ball at the 16. Well, what did we just finish saying? Don't leave your seats. There's much football to be played. Oklahoma threatens. They trail 28-17. Mildren on the keep, runs outside tackle to the right. He cuts in. He's hit and dropped at about the 8-yard line. It'll be second down and 2 yards to go. 18 in from the west sideline. So Oklahoma sends Harrison wide to the right. Mildren has him up there. He fakes, he keeps, he's going outside. Now he cuts in, he's hit down at about the 3-yard line. Oklahoma moving and threatening to score. Another 1st and 10. First down and goal to go at the 3. So a 51-yard pass play on a third down really took him off that hook. Johnny Dutton rushing in at right tackle. Jim Branch, number 51, comes out for Nebraska. Oklahoma on a first down, 3 to go for the touchdown. Splits their right end. Mildren takes the ball, keeps the ball. He's outside, he's tackled. As Oklahoma breaks the huddle and comes over the ball. Quarterback Jack Mildren calling his count. He takes the ball, he keeps the ball. He's outside for a touchdown. Oklahoma 73 yards in magnificent fashion, and all of it, the bulk of it, keyed by a great 51-yard pass play. And I have never seen in many, many years Nebraska hurt more by passing than they have been today. The ball is down, the kick by Carroll is up, and it's good, and the score is 28-24, Nebraska on top of the heat. Kenny to the left, Rogers to the right for Nebraska. There's the kick, goes straight down at Rogers. He scoops it up, can't handle it. He's not going to run it out. It'll come out to the 20, where it'll be first down and 10 to go. All right, it's first and 10 at the 20. Nebraska's over the ball. Slot back left, Rogers. Quarterback Taggy calls his count. flips the ball to Kinney. Kinney running the right side for 5, for 6. He breaking tackle at the 27. He wasn't breaking him, really. He was taking him with him to the 27-yard line, and he slapped on the back. A congratulatory slap from number 49, John Milstead. Like a job well done, big guy. And that's the kind of a ball game this is. 3 yards short of a first down. Second down coming up. And the scoreboard clock runs out. It's the end of the third quarter. Nebraska leading 28-24. Now they are on a 2nd and 3 at the 27, and they break the huddle. They have a slot back left, Johnny Rogers. In the eye, Kinney at the top of the eye. And the fake handoff. Taggy wants to throw a quick pass. He couldn't get it away, but he got the first down. The Huskers come out of that huddle. They have the wind at their back now in this fourth period. But as we pointed out earlier, that's been meaningless in this game also. Slot back left is Rogers. Split left end. The give is to Kinney, the eye back. Kinney's into the line, fighting ahead to the 34. Second down 7. Nebraska at their own 34. 18 in from the east side. They go to the left, to the north with the wind. Taggy rolls out. He wants to throw. Gives it to Rogers. Rogers running the reverse down the right side. He's got some blocking. He's out of bounds at midfield. They had a wall set up on that right side. And Johnny the Jet, who started left and then came circling back to the right, took that reverse beautifully from the hands of Jerry Taggy. And then they set the blocking wall down the right lane. He got to the midfield stripe before being shoved out of bounds. He just ran out of field to run on over there. So at midfield, it's 1st and 10, Nebraska. 13:54 left in this game. Nebraska splits 2 men to the left. In the eye, Kinney's at the top of the eye. Quarterback Taggy taking a long count at that line of scrimmage. Takes the ball, slides down the line, pitches off to Kinney. Kinney turns upfield to about the 47. And the ball is going to be ruled dead. Nebraska with 2 wide receivers to the right. Taggy, the quarterback, calling his count. He fakes off on the play action. He wants to throw. He's being rushed. He's running back to the left. He got a block. Now he's running upfield. He broke a tackle. He's hit down at the 41-yard line. Slot back right, Johnny the Jet Rogers. In the eye, Kinney's at the top of the eye. I think he's been there all day. The ball to Kinney running outside. He's to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 24. And Jeff Kinney running just that fire out over the right side behind great blocking. Put the ball at the 24, 1st and 10.
I'll tell you, those Oklahoma linebackers were off each guard there, and they expected something right over the middle. And the moment Kinney got that ball, he was that right side was wide open. A brilliant call by Taggy.
Lyle, they were sucked in, you and Dave, completely and expecting, as Dave called it, right up the middle, and away they went. It was wide open.
Oh, that Kinney's got to be getting tired running at that eye back all this way. 1st and 10, Nebraska at the 24 of the Sooners. The Huskers in the eye with a slot left, Rogers. Quarterback tagging, fakes to Roger on the inside. Taggy lost the ball, and he's Oklahoma with a football. So the black shirts are back on the field, and Oklahoma's great wishbone in action as the keeper goes up the middle by Mildren, and he got big yardage to the 41-yard line. And they split the left end. Harrison. Mildren may throw. No, he keeps, goes right back in again on the same play, and he puts it at the 44-yard line, 1st down 10. And now the wishbone operator goes up behind that center. Mildren splits his right end. Mildren fakes his handoff, gives off to Welch, and Welch gets about 5. Welch, the fullback, number 45, got about 5 yards. Glover was in on the stop along with him, 2 or 3 other men. The ball is spotted at the 49.5-yard line. Let's call it 2nd down and about 5 to go, Oklahoma. It's really getting dark here. Dark down on that field as Oklahoma comes over the ball. All right, 2nd and 5. In the wishbone, Mildren keeps that ball, goes outside. Now he pitches off to Pruitt. He's to the 35, and he's hit out of bounds. Mildren finally got a man outside, and it was nobody but Greg Pruitt. And he just threw that 20-yard pitch out to perfection. As Pruitt got outside Jimmy Anderson, Anderson thought Mildren had penetrated so far he was not going to pitch off, but Mildren got it off to Pruitt, and the Sooners have the ball at the 33 of Nebraska, 1st down and 10 to go. They trail by 4 points and threaten to score. They're at the 33. And Mildren on the keeper on the draw. This time picks up a couple. Nebraska's black shirt defense being sorely tested again. Wide to the right is Harrison, the split end. Quarterback Mildren gives the ball off to his fullback. Straight into the line goes Welch for about 3. They split the right end. Harrison and Mildren on the keep gives to Welch, his fullback, who got just short of the 25. It'll be a couple of yards short of a first down. Welch on that quick one into the middle was stopped by Glover and Terrio. The ball is at the 25.5-yard line. Here is the big play of this ball game. Jansen is going in there at right tackle, and coming out is Dutton for Nebraska. And will Mildren keep it? What'll he do with it? He needs a good 2 yards. Mildren takes the ball. He keeps. He goes outside. He's hit and dropped, but he got the first down. He got the first down to about the 22-yard line. So he kept it alive. It's spotted at the 21.5-yard line.
I'll tell you, this Mildren has been a brilliant clutch performer all afternoon long, and you can't help but feel that it's too bad the team's going to have to lose this ball game. 2 brilliant ball clubs, and Mildren's been sensational.
And they are using a lot of clock. 8.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Mildren has him over the ball. Mildren gives to his fullback. He's stacked up at the 20. Quarterback Mildren takes the ball. He gives off to Pruitt. Pruitt into the line for about 2 or 3, getting it around the 17-yard line. Underneath that play, Dave Mason, Terrio, Jacobson, Glover. Dutton is coming back in. The ball is at the 17-yard line. It's third down coming up and about 6 to go.
Tell you, the silence now that enveloped after that second down play. It's just the anticipation is just so great. People are standing.
All right, it's Oklahoma over the ball. Here's a big play. Third and about 6, and Mildren fakes. He's going to throw. It's a long one in the end zone. Knocked down. Beautifully covered over there. And it was co-captain Jimmy Anderson who was in there covering Albert Chandler, the tight end, number 82. A brilliant defensive play. That time that pass was covered, and Mildren throwing to that spot in the corner.
And I'll tell you, the receiver was open. He had about 3 steps on Jimmy Anderson. Mildren lofted the ball, and Anderson got there at just the very last possible second. Oh, my. Oh, fourth down.
Here's a fourth down, 6 to go. The ball at the 17-yard line of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And Oklahoma breaks the huddle. Fourth down. And Mildren fakes. He keeps. He's back there to throw. He's got protection. Receiver open. And again, it was John Harrison beating Billy Cush over in the right corner. And you just have to feel sorry for Billy Cush. It's been a tough day for him. Harrison has just been too much. The ball is at the 3-yard line to try for the point. And Oklahoma forges in front, 30 to 28. And the try for the point. Let's see what they will do. 30 to 28. Carroll will kick. Mildren will hold. The kick is up. It's good. And the score is 31 to 28 with 7:10 left to play in this fourth quarter. The ball is teed up. It's not a flat kick. Carroll just takes a short punch at it. And Kinney fields the ball at the 16-yard line. He's running to the right, and he's tripped up on a great tackle by number 37, and that is Gary Young. Kinney took that short kick into the wind, tripped up at the 26, and the Cornhuskers will start from there at the 26-yard line. 7 minutes, 5 seconds left to go on that scoreboard clock. And Nebraska's Cornhuskers, if they ever needed one of their patented drives, they need it now. They are 74 yards from home, and they're in the eye with a slot back to the left. Quarterback Nagy calls his count, and he gives to Rogers on the reverse to the outside of the right. Rogers cuts upfield, slips and falls at the 30. All right, they break the huddle. Woody Cox splits wide left. Rogers in the slot to the left. The Huskers in their I formation with Kinney at the top of the I, and a quarterback Nagy takes his count at the line of scrimmage. He gives to Kinney. Kinney drives into the line to about the 35-yard line. It'll be short of a first down by about a yard. So what they need, and really need badly, is a long drive to kill that clock Gumler limping a little bit as he gets up off the pile. The ball is third and a short yard at the 35-yard line of Nebraska. That is what exactly Nebraska needed on that last drive before the Taggy fumble. Now they trail 31-28. And the Huskers have a slot back left, Johnny Rogers. Kinney is in the top of the yard on this third down of the yard. And the flip is out to Kinney. He's running the left side. He's to the 40. He's to the 45. He's to the 50. He's hit out of bounds. Jeff Kinney just doing a magnificent job of running. And this big guy just must be tired. Oh, pardon me. Yes, he is tired. He's going to leave the ball game, and coming in there is Dixon. Kinney has just been a magnificent runner in this second half of the game. Dixon makes his first appearance. First and 10, Nebraska, the 48 of Oklahoma. All right, slot back left is Rogers, or right is Rogers. Dixon in the top of the eye. And the ball goes to Dixon. Dixon running into the line for not much. Second and 8, 5 minutes left on the clock. 31-28, Oklahoma leads it. Slot back right is Rogers. Dixon is in the top of the eye now in place of Kinney. Fake handoff by Taggy. He wants to go deep. He finally throws, and he's hit incomplete out of bounds. Kinney is back in. He's all right. Jeff Kinney back in there to play. Frosty Anderson has split in. Here it is, third down at about 8 to go. Nebraska in their spread. Quarterback Taggy drops straight back to throw. He wants a receiver. He's still looking. He throws complete to Johnny Rogers. And it's a first down at the 35-yard line. And what a great grab Rogers made off the ground.
Well, that's a super catch. Super catch.
He's been doing it all year, and he just did it again. Great play by Johnny Rogers. First down, Nebraska at the 35 of Oklahoma. 4 minutes, 37 seconds left to play in this ball game. And oh, how dark it is getting. 31-28, Oklahoma leads. Nebraska fighting for their lives right here as they break the huddle. They split the left end, Frosty Anderson. Rogers in the slot to the left. Kinney's in the top of the eye. Taggy calls his starting count. He takes the ball. He gives to Kinney. Kinney running outside of the left. 30. He's the 25. He's the 22. And down he goes at the 22. So the ball is 2 yards short of a first down at the 22-yard line of the Oklahoma Sooners. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left on the scoreboard clock. Second and 2, Nebraska. And the great success of the running game in the second half has been starting inside and then going outside the tackles. All right, it's second down. Or it's a first down, pardon me. First down and 10 at the 22. I'm not excited. There's a reverse to Rogers. Rogers running the left side, broke a tackle to the 20 to the 15. Great running by Johnny Rogers. He got 7 when he could have been had behind the line of scrimmage. Thank you, Davey. You just redeemed yourself, old boy. You caught me on that wrong yard line. If I'm stuttering, pardon me. What a ball game this is. Never anything like it. The ball at the 15-yard line of Oklahoma. Second down and 3 to go. Second and 3 at the Oklahoma 15. In the slot right is Johnny Rogers. The crowd is wild. Taggy calls his starting count. The ball goes to Kinney. Kinney running over the left side to about the 8-yard line. First down and goal to go. Nebraska at the 8-yard line of Oklahoma. Oh, daddy-o, how about this one? Holy Toledo, what an afternoon this is. 3 minutes and 14 seconds left in this game. 28-31, Nebraska trails. The Cornhuskers threatened. They're at the 8-yard line of the Oklahoma Sooners. And they break the huddle. They send Woody Cox wide right. Rogers in the slot to the right. Kinney, the indestructible, at the top of the eye. Taggy calls his starting count at the line of scrimmage. Flips to Kinney. Kinney running the right side for a couple of yards. Setting the ball right up at about the 6-yard line. Straight out in front of the uprights. And even that could be important this day. All right, the Huskers on a second down, 6 to go for the touchdown, are in the eye with Kinney at the top of the eye. Oklahoma loading that line up there to stop him. Taggy calling his count. He gives the ball to Kinney outside the left side. He's dragging people to the 2-yard line. No, Kinney hangs on to the ball. It got away when they pulled him down. But he was down, and the crowd is booing. They think he should have lost the ball. But Kinney, outside left tackle, got 4 of those 6. And now it's 3rd down, 2 to go for the touchdown. The clock shows 1 minute and 55 seconds. Nebraska wants to use all of it they can. 2 shots to go 2 yards. Jeff Kinney in the top of the eye. Taggy, the quarterback, calls his count at the line of scrimmage. Taking a long count there. He gives to Kinney. Kinney over the left side. Touchdown! "74 yards on that drive. 74 yards on that drive, and Nebraska forges into the lead, 34-31. Oh, man, woman, and child, I never thought I would live this long to see this kind of a football game. 1:38 left to play on that scoreboard clock. The try for the point, Taggy will hold. Sanger will kick. This kick is important. The ball is snapped. It's down. The kick is up. The kick is good. And it's 35-31. Oklahoma must get a touchdown. They have 1 minute and 38 seconds to do it.
Lyle, Jeff Kinney, I think, has just made Cornhusker football history. 4 touchdowns in one game, and I don't think anyone else has made over 3. David?
Well, how many did he score last year against Oklahoma? Well, no, in the 44-14 win down here, he had 3 or 4, Jack. I'm not sure. I'll tell you one thing, though. Nebraska has the lead now with 1:38, and this, I will make the prediction, this is going to be the longest minute and 38 seconds that I may ever live.
There is no question, Dave. And this game is not settled, believe me.
Dave, you're right.
You know, there were only 33 seconds left on that clock when Oklahoma scored at the end of that half. Just an incredible thing. And thus far, they have not been able, Nebraska hasn't, not been able to stop the Oklahoma passing game. So, hold on to your hat, Mother. We're ready to go. Nebraska will kick off to Oklahoma with the win. And I hope, I imagine Bob Devaney is hoping that Mr. Sanger will get a hold of the football and put it through the end zone. The wind, I believe, has gone down a little with that rain falling. The ball bounces at the 10. It's fumbled around a little bit and picked up by Wiley. Wiley runs to the 15. He's hit down. Now he gets up and goes to the 19. Split the right end, Harrison. He's been the bugaboo today. And they're firing long. He's in behind, but it's well overthrown. Boy, I'll tell you, this guy is something tough to cover. It's incomplete. Falls down back at about the 35. Oklahoma being forced to go to the air here. But then again, you never know. With a guy like Pruitt, they might try to spring him on the big run. But that eats up clock. They've got 1 minute and 28 seconds left. They trail Nebraska 31-35. The Cornhuskers. Now Pat Morrell goes out of the ball game. Somebody went in to replace him. And here is Oklahoma 2nd and 10. Fake handoff by Mildren. Mildren gives it to Pruitt, who's run out of bounds. Oklahoma 3rd and 6, splits the end, Harrison. Mildren takes the ball, fakes it off, back to throw. Jacobson got him for a loss. Clever it was. Rich Clever fired through there. And I think it was Clever who made it, wasn't it, Dave? I have the glasses down here, and it was so dark that I picked them up, and I couldn't see if it was 79 or 75.
75 was on top, Lyle. It may have been somebody underneath.
Was it Jacobson? I thought it was Jake. Well, we've got one faction up here in the booth says it was Jake, and another says it was Glover.
Who cares?
But who cares at this point? I'm sure Bob Devaney doesn't.
Lyle, we might wonder what is the range of Rich Glover on the field. 54 yards by 100.
That ball is now back after that loss to the 15-yard line, and it's 4th and 14. 4th and 14, and this is the biggest play, has to be the biggest play in the history of Nebraska football, right here. Certainly, Bob Devaney made no bones about it. He said before this ball game, it was the very biggest ball game of his career. Come down here and play Oklahoma on their home field with #1 ranking at stake, and to play such a great football team. And what a great, unbelievable day this has been. 35-31, and Oklahoma on a 4th down play at the Oklahoma 15. What will they do? 4th and 14.
Man. What'd you say, Dave?
All right. All right, they split the end on the right. Harrison. Mildren fakes. He's back there to throw. He got away from Jacobson. Then the ball knocked down by Glover. And Jacobson's on it in the end zone. No good, but Nebraska takes over the ball. What great play by Big Larry Jake. He just won the Outland Trophy 7 times over, and look at that sideline. Look at that sideline go wild. What magnificent defense. Jacobson hit the passer and then slowed him up. Glover came in to knock the ball down as it left the hands of Jack Mildren. And 1 minute, 10 seconds left on the clock, and I am going out of my gourd. I just can't help it. It is never anything like it. The ball at the 15-yard line of Oklahoma. Nebraska with the football. Kinney in the top of the eye. They just need to kill the clock and hang on to the ball. Taggy fakes a throw. He's running to left end. He's just killing the clock, refusing to go out of bounds. He just dipsy-dooed around, and for that big guy, that's something. But he was not about to go out of bounds. He wanted to keep the clock running. Now Oklahoma calls time, and the clock shows 55 seconds left. Nebraska is at the Oklahoma 11. Second down and 6 yards to go. And David, I am in an absolute state of exhaustion.
Yes, you are, Lyle. It'd be awfully nice.
I'm just too old for this sort of thing, Davy.
Lyle.
Yeah.
Ye of little faith.
Wasn't Lyle. I was behind. No, not us.
I was never afraid. Never.
Let me tell you something.
What did I tell you when they came out of the dressing room?
They're ready.
Did you ever see a Bob Devaney team quit?
No,
never.
Sir.
Never. You remember Colorado, don't you, Jack? Years ago?
Well, that was
with Bobby Churchich at the helm, this is the same kind of a deal.
That's it. David?
Yes?
I detected a little enthusiasm.
Well, I'd sure like to see Nebraska pick up the first down along here with 55 seconds to go. I'm scared to death of this Oklahoma ball.
So am I.
Yes,
I'm with you. All the way right there. They need a first down. The ball at the 11. It's second down 6. And Taggy takes the ball, rolls out there to his right. He keeps the ball. He's hit and knocked down at the 12-yard line. 3rd and 7. Nebraska's over it. In the top of the eye is Kinney. Kinney trying on the left side of the line. He goes to the 6-yard line. Oh, how that guy is something. He put it down on the 6-yard line. That's where they spot it, short of a first down by about a yard.
Maybe that's it.
The clock is running. Right. Oklahoma may be out of timeouts. It's still running. 24 seconds.
Well, they can let it run out.
23 seconds. 20 seconds. And Nebraska can really let this clock run out. Is that what you were after, Jack?
Or else, if they haven't got that much time, let it run there and they take the penalty, then go.
All right. 12 seconds left. They're in the eye. And to give us to Kinney, he's outside to the 3.
First down. We got it.
First down, and that's the ball game. That'll be the ball game. The clock is stopped on that first down with 3 seconds. That's automatic. Anytime you make a first down, the official stops the clock to spot it. But now he starts the clock again. As he sets that ball down at the 3, the clock is running. The ball game is over. And Nebraska has come out still number 1, still the football team, and what a job they did. And ladies and gentlemen, when you start looking for your football players to replace, figure out how you replace a Jeff Kinney. Magnificent, truly magnificent. What a second half he had. And, Dave, look at the spirit of the football players down
there. Look at Mildren. Mildren came over, and he's shaking the hands of all the Nebraska players. I'll tell you one thing. I have never seen a person more brilliant in defeat than Jack Mildren.
Brilliant. Wow. Dave, brilliant.
Just no question about it. This was the classic that everybody thought it would be and could be, and it was from start to finish. And as we said before, Nebraska needed a patented drive, and Bob Devaney's teams never quit. They showed their color today, and they showed what is inside that stomach when they took that ball down the field this afternoon. The greatest victory of all time, and look at the crowd around Glover. Glover is just being besieged by people down on the sideline. He is something out of this book. And Dave, did you ever see anything? How can you describe the play of Glover and Jacobson in those final minutes?
Brilliant.
Oh, the cream really comes to the top. I'll tell you, they were out of this world.
I'll tell you, rarely does a lineman ever get thought of for the Heisman Trophy, but next year, Rich Glover, with this being on national television, with a great game he had against Colorado, I assume Alabama's going to have some trouble with him. I'll tell you right now, Rich Glover might be in line for a Heisman Trophy consideration.
Let me tell you something, Dave. Larry Jacobson was the lineman of the year, according to Football Writers of America, and was voted the Outland Trophy. And don't those fellas feel they really made a heck of a decision? Again, that final score, and Mama, it was 35-31. That's all she wrote. And we've seen it all in her Ready to Die in Norman, Oklahoma.